Hello and welcome to Me and My Golf TV, and welcome to part one of Turn Your Slice into a Draw. Now, if you're somebody who slices the golf ball, this video series is going to help change that forever.
It sure is. Now guys, we've been coaching for the last 17 years and 90% of the golfers that we have coached slice the golf ball. So we've put everything, all of our tried and trusted methods into this video series.
Definitely. Now, we're going to be taking you through setup, backswing, downswing, through swing, the common mistakes that you guys are constantly making to help you pinpoint exactly where you're going wrong. But not only that, we're going to give you the best tested drills to help fix it.
Absolutely. Now guys, if you follow everything that we say in this video series, by the end of it, you'll have turned your slice into a draw, maybe forever. Maybe forever. Now guys, also, if you want to watch parts 2, 3 and 4, make sure you go to meandmygolf.com. But this is part 1. This is all about the setup and actually what happens with the slice, what causes that slice. Let's take charge of your game.
Okay, so before we get into the setup, let's talk a little bit about, Pierce, why we slice it.
Okay, right, so this is for the right-handed golfer. So basically the slice happens when there is a difference between the club path and the club face when you strike the golf ball.
Okay.
Hope that makes sense?
Yep.
So the most common one that we see is a club path which is too much to the left with a club face which is pointing to the right of that, or what we would call open. Now when you get that difference, when it looks like that, you are going to slice the golf ball.
Okay, and when we get a big difference, then that's when we get that severe bend on the golf ball,
bend,
isn't
absolutely.
it? Yeah.
The bigger the difference, the bigger the bend.
Okay, so what this series is going to really do is change the impact. We're going to create a better impact to get that ball going from right to left. And for us, Pierce, in the setup, it starts with the most important thing, with the grip.
The hands, the hands. What should the hands be doing?
Okay.
So I think the best thing to do is to go through what we see, the major mistakes we see.
Yep.
So for the lead hand, the left hand, we often see that the club gets up very high in the hand. So you can see the club is up by the thumb. So that means the fingers aren't holding onto the club properly. And as I'm looking at it now, I can only see one knuckle. At best, you'll see two knuckles. But as soon as you're in this position here, there's a few problems going to happen. Now with the trail hand, the right hand, we often see that it goes over too much to the left. So you can see it's on top of the golf club. My right arm is very straight. It's on top of the golf club. We would call that a weak grip. Now some people will do both of this, both left hand and right hand like this, or one of those.
Okay.
But as soon as you start doing those, you're in a little bit of trouble, because you're losing the control then of the club face.
Yeah, and that club face then, when your hands are in that position, it's very hard to deliver it back to a good position, and generally it's going to come back open from there, isn't it?
Sure is.
So the position of the hands really has that big influence on getting the face better to a good position of impact. So we need to give you almost I suppose a routine and some checkpoints of getting that grip as good as possible, so we can change what that face does, Pierce.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's go through it.
Okay, the best thing to do, we like to get people to do this standing up, okay?
Yeah.
So we get you standing up, hold the golf club with your trail hand, lead hand goes on there first. Now, very important, what we're looking to do is get the club, so the club goes underneath the heel pad on the left hand, and it runs from the bottom of the little finger through to the middle of the forefinger. So it's running diagonally through the hand underneath the heel pad. Now when you close your hand on the golf club, I can now see the logo on the glove, okay? So by the time I then drop that down to the ground and address the golf ball, I can see 1, 2 and 3 knuckles. So we would call that maybe a slightly strong grip, but we want you to get the golf ball drawing, so that's why we're doing this. So a 3 knuckle grip, which is a lot better placement in the fingers. And straight away I feel like I've got more control doing this.
Yep.
The trail hand, the right hand, inside of the right thigh, and then bring it up from underneath. When we see that hand come on top, that's what causes that weak grip. Bring the hand from underneath, bring it to the club, let it close on the club, and then a sort of couple of checkpoints from here. If I open my hand out again just quickly, my palm is running out parallel to my target line, but the main thing you will see is that the V is pointing up to the right shoulder. Once you get it into this position, you have a stronger club.
And we can even see the right arm is nice and soft now, but now, like you say, we're in a position now where that club face is going to be delivered a lot better to impact. And you may hear people say you want a 2 knuckle grip, or, you know, we want to go 3, because we want to make sure that club face is going to return square to even slightly closed. So this is the important thing. Getting this grip right is crucial, Pierce.
Definitely. And if you're struggling with it all, if you know, stronger the better, really.
Okay.
Stronger the better.
Okay, so there's the grip. We're in a perfect position now to sort of start with the golf swing, but don't go anywhere. We're going to come back, we're going to be talking about body tilts and ball position. Okay, so let's talk about body tilts. Now, getting your body in the correct position at setup is crucial if you want to play this draw. So let's talk about the common mistakes that we see you guys get into at setup, Piers, with position of the body.
Right, okay, so the biggest one we see is that when people set up to it, and obviously we've got the driver here, but it's the same with the iron, is that the spine angle is tilted too much towards the target. Now, as soon as I do this, look where the weight is. There's more weight in my lead side than my trail side, and my shoulders are open to the targets, though they're running to the left too much. This will actually cause from here that steep downswing, which is obviously more often than not going to cause that path to go too much to the left.
Okay, so just getting the body angles too much this way will cause the steepness in the downswing, and again, that will sort of have an effect then of causing that slide spin as well. So where do we want the position of the shoulders to be then, Piers?
Okay,
or the spine, should we say?
Pretty simple. If the spine angle is tilted too much towards the target, we need the spine angle tilted slightly away from the target. So you can see as soon as I do this now, my shoulders are aligned a lot squarer, and you can see that my weight distribution, I've probably got 55% of weight on my trail side and 45 on the front, approximately, but I've definitely got a little bit more weight on this trail side now.
And how does that change the angle of attack?
So what's going to happen from here, because I'm in this position now, it's a lot easier for me to have that shallower angle on the way down. That path now has got a chance of actually going out to the right.
Okay, so we hear a lot of people saying that we need to sweep the ball off the tee with the driver, we need to hit up on it.
Yeah.
Now if you want to play a draw, then guess what? We need to get that slightly sort of upward motion or sweeping motion off the tee. So getting the position of the body there, leaning slightly further away, is just going to almost preset that to give you the best chance possible to sweep it, Piers, isn't it?
Very rare we see people able to play a draw from here. From here, though, you've got all the chance in the world.
Okay, so we've got a great little drill, haven't we, Piers?
We have indeed. Okay, we call it the K-bomb. So basically what we're going to get you to do is just take your normal setup if you could, and then from there you're going to stand in your golf posture, and you feel as though your weight is pretty much 50-50 and your spine angle is pretty much going straight up in the air. Okay. It may be difficult to judge, but that's pretty much where we need to be. A mirror helps to start with when you're doing this. Then from there, trail hand on the trail thigh, and then on the outside of the thigh, and then all we're going to do is just slide the fingers down your leg just a couple of inches. So slide your fingers down your leg a couple of inches. Now you can see I'm actually tilted my spine now away from the target.
Okay.
And this actually works really well if you want to then go in with the grip as well, because you're just bringing your hand around to the side. And you're now into the K-bomb position. You can see slightly more weight on the trail side, spine angle away from the target.
Really easy way to get yourself in a good position behind that golf ball, that is, isn't it?
And you can see why we call it the K, because it's actually like a reverse K. So this sort of side here is a lot straighter, and this side is a little bit more kinked.
Okay, perfect. Right, so there's the body angles. Right, let's talk about ball position. Now, ball position with the driver, more so, we're seeing time and time again, golfers get this wrong, which has, it's such a simple thing to get right. If you do get it right, then it's going to make a big difference. So let's talk about what people are doing, Piers, when we see them in the lesson.
Usually it is a little bit too far back in the stance, so the ball generally doesn't get forward. We always say that we very rarely we have to say to people your ball position is too far forward.
Yeah.
Generally the ball position gets too far back in the stance, and again from there that is going to cause that steep downswing, and again that path to the left. And it's amazing how all these things kind of run together.
Definitely.
But yeah, ball too far back is what we generally see.
Okay.
What we'd like to see is the ball gets forward. You mentioned earlier about sweeping it and hitting the ball on the up. Now as soon as you put the ball up near that front foot, you've now got a chance of hitting that golf ball up on the upswing.
So we want it sort of almost opposite the left heel, or even
just
just
inside left heel is good. Yeah,
perfect.
that's perfect. That's perfect.
Okay, so and again a great little
drill
for this we've got.
Okay, so if you can get your feet together with the ball positioned right in the middle of those feet. Now we call this a little bit a lot. So what we're going to do is we're literally going to get you to get your left foot, your lead foot, and flare it out. Okay, and then so that's the little bit, and then a lot, the trail foot moves away. So we'll do that again. So a little bit, a lot. Now the ball is further forward in the stance. The only thing you need to make sure of when you do this is that you don't start reaching for the ball because it's now further forward in the stance.
Okay.
But that's where the K-bomb comes in, because if you do the K-bomb from there, then you're perfect.
Okay, you are ready to go. I like it, Piers.
This looks good, doesn't it?
So ball position, again, most people don't, they think that they know where it should be.
Yep.
Okay, but they still get it wrong. So
Still
making sure you can do the little bit a lot will just help get it in position.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, right.
Right, should we hit one?
Yes, I think we should. So let's
Okay.
put it all into practice, Pierce. Let's
So I'm going to go a little bit, a lot,
start.
little bit, a lot. Put a bit of the K-bomb in there. And then from there, obviously I've got the grip. I've been working really hard at the grip beforehand. And pull the trigger. And there we have it. It works.
There we have it, the perfect draw down the right, coming back to the left-hand side. Very nice. I like it, Pierce. Okay guys, so hope you enjoyed part one of Turn Your Slice into a Draw. You're on the way there now to getting rid of that slice forever. Please post any questions or comments you have down below.
Absolutely, guys. Now don't forget, check out parts 2, 3 and 4 at meandmygolf.com, where we unlock the secrets to your golf swing to stop that slice and create that draw. Thanks for watching.
Cheers guys.